everyone, I'm the Crypto Huntress and welcome to today's video where we will be talking about TCG World, the first 4K and largest virtual reality blockchain-based open world game on the Metaverse. But as ever, these videos are meant for educational purposes. I'm not a financial advisor, neither is he, so always do your own research before getting involved in any project, and neither of us are sponsored or paid by TCG to do this. We are just keen investors. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get started.
The Metaverse, a shared public virtual space. Some experts believe it to be the evolution of the internet, with huge companies like Microsoft, Facebook, Roblox, and Epic Games all embracing this digital world. This fusion of virtual, augmented, and physical reality that allows users to have an immersive experience by creating personal avatars that can communicate with each other and interact with digital 3D items. For example, virtual concerts and fashion shows can be held. Even digital land and properties can be bought and sold. And TCG World is set to liven up the Metaverse by being the largest open world game on the Binance Smart Chain, stretching over 800 square kilometers and consisting of 100,000 user-owned pieces of digital land, each sold in the form of an NFT. But that's not all. Every item a player owns, from avatars to trophies and forms of transport such as cars, even animals and pets, can be considered an NFT. This is really a game where almost everything is an NFT. But what is an NFT? Well, for anyone unsure, an NFT stands for non-fungible tokens, which are digital objects that are verified on the blockchain. NFTs can represent real-world items in digital form, such as documents, signatures, and fall into many different categories, but mainly in those of art, music, and items in blockchain-based games. Now, NFTs have some singular characteristics, each one unique in size, scarcity, and in who created it. They are non-interchangeable, cannot be divided, and are one-of-a-kind items with a distinct identification tied to its blockchain address. They also cannot be owned by more than one owner at a time. But anyway, back to TCG World.
So TCG World will operate on a play-to-earn model, meaning that the player can earn and accumulate TCG crypto coins called TCG Coin 2.0 simply by playing the game. Now, at the moment, not too much is known about the storyline of this game as it's still in development. I believe we're currently in the alpha stage and there's only a small limited amount of people that can play this game. I believe it's diamond plot holders only, not entirely sure, but what we do know is that players will have to face lots of challenges, take part in hidden quests, play mini games and much more, all with a chance to earn and collect rare NFTs in the forms of sprites and creatures. And so once they're caught, they can be trained, then evolved, and then taken into battle against other players in arenas that are spread across the TCG World map and in the main TCG World arena. And I believe there will also be competitions held there too. So as TCG creatures evolve, they can become more valuable. So the player may decide at that point to sell the NFT. And this, of course, applies to all other NFT possessions the player owns, as we mentioned before. So properties and cars, avatars, whatever. Everything can be sold in this game. They can be sold for TCG coins and then converted into fiat currency straight into your straight into your wallet address. Now, to buy TCG coins, you will actually need a MetaMask wallet. And if anyone wants me to do a quick tutorial about how to download a MetaMask wallet, just comment below. But we've been talking about TCG coins, and so let's have a look at how well they're doing at the moment. At the time of filming this video, it's currently valued at 40 cents, which is, well, it is in the red, 10% lower, but the whole market is down at the moment. So once big boy Bitcoin goes down, the whole market follows, so that's pretty normal. But its market cap is 49 million. If we go down, we can see its statistics. Its all-time low was in October of 2021. 6 months ago, it was valued at 6 cents. Its all-time high was December 21, 5 months ago, valued at $1.38. So, well, I mean, it's 70% lower than its all-time high, but I don't think that's too bad. Just my personal opinion, not financial advice. But the game isn't out yet. So once the game is actually released, I really think this coin has huge potential to go up in value, because once the game is out, this coin will have a use case. It will be traded, it will be mined, farmed and all of that within the game. So I think this is definitely a coin to watch, and it could become quite valuable. But that's only my opinion and not financial advice. What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. So we spoke about land before, and let's go back and have a look at what land plots are for sale and how much they cost. Okay, so let's talk about land in TCG World. So in TCG World, players will have the opportunity to buy and own digital land. Now, on that land, you can do, well, whatever you'd like. You can buy a house, for example, build, and even run and maintain an online business in-game if you so wish. Now, that will actually require a license, but it's nice that TCG World give you the opportunity to run a business. You could even possibly rent your land to other gamers. So there are quite a few things you can actually do. So in terms of buying land, we can see here that there are already 10,000 members, 10,000 plus members. So these are investors that have taken the plunge and got their foot on the metaverse by buying land. Now, there are two types of land you can buy. You can buy farming land and you can buy regional plots. Now, regional plots are divided into 4 different areas: Forest, North, Asia, and East. Let's scroll down on this page. This is the official TCG World page. We can see that the land plots are all in pre-sale, okay? Now let's scroll down. We can see there are different tiers: silver, gold, platinum, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we even have a diamond tier, which I believe is almost sold out. So if we go back to the top of the page, we can see that these different tiers will have different sizes. Now, at the moment, these pre-sale items are mostly going for 1 BNB in the silver and golden tiers. Now, except for gold farm, but we'll talk about farmland in a moment. So the differences between the silver tier, gold tier, and platinum is the size. So silver will be slightly smaller than gold, golden tiers will be slightly smaller than platinum, and etc. So at the moment of filming, 1 BNB, because we can see here Silver Farm, Asia, and the regions, even gold, regional plots, Asia, Northeast, Forest, are all going for 1 BNB. And at the time of recording this video, 1 BNB is valued at $380. Okay, so that's how much it's going to cost to buy land in TCG World at this stage. Okay, farm plots, we can see here that the farm region is now, the golden tier is now at 7 BNB, but this actually did start off at 1 BNB as well, so it's already going up in value. Farming plots are different from regional plots in the sense that a player can actually work the land on the farm and earn TCG coins that way. You can also stake your coins and earn some more coins as well. Now, the regional plots, Asia, North, East, and Forest, will have different benefits that the player can take advantage of, and let's talk about those benefits now. Okay, so let's have a look at the white paper, and on the white paper we can read about the areas and their unique qualities. So for example, in the north, more TCG crystals to loot and gather. The idea behind that is that the more crystals a player gathers, the more TCG coins you will be rewarded with. So that's another little unique opportunity to find more TCG coins, which eventually you could even convert back into fiat currency or use within game. In the east, extra rare creatures and artifacts to find. In Asia, more creatures to catch and trade, and tamed creatures grow fast within the forest area. So every unique region has their own little opportunities and benefits. Okay, so we've spoken about the different regions and farmland in TCG World and their unique benefits and qualities, but now let's have a look at what they look like in this latest graphic update video. Okay, so let's have a look at these graphics. So this is just a taster, and the game is still in alpha stage, so these graphics will change and the game will be developed by the time we actually get to play it. But this looks really, really pretty. So, wow, the snowy landscape's beautiful. Okay, so you can see there are these borders, and those are actually the land plots that are for sale and that players have already bought. Okay, so we're in a woodland now, and that looks really interesting. They look like huge mushrooms. Okay, so this is forest. Wow, that looks pretty. Now, these are 4K graphics, and you can see that they've made a massive effort with the detail. Okay, so we've got many different landscapes. So here we have a desert scene. This is in the east. Okay, this looks really nice. The north is probably my favorite. The snow looks beautiful. And this is also in the north, and we've got these big mushrooms that we saw before. I don't know what that is, but they look very interesting. And here we are in Asia. And again, the colors are beautiful. They're vivid, they're bright. And here you've got the property. Look at those buildings. They look lovely. Okay, so that's the trailer. And as we said, this game will change by the time we actually get to play it. So it looks this good already. What will it look like when we actually get to play it and when it's released? Okay, so we've had a look at the graphics for TCG World. Let's have a look at some of the other Metaverse games that are out there and that have been received very well and are really quite successful. There are two games we're going to look at now, Sandbox and Decentraland. So let's do a graphic comparison. Let's also compare land prices and how well the coins are doing. Okay, so here we are on OpenSea, which is a marketplace for NFTs. You can also buy land here, and we're going to have a look specifically at Sandbox, which is one of the popular Metaverse games we mentioned before. Now, the floor price, as you can see here, is 1.3 ETH. Now, here is a plot of land. 1.3 ETH is the lowest price. How much does that cost in dollars? It's currently valued at $3,591. So that would be the lowest price that you would need to pay to buy land in Sandbox. Now, I personally think that is out of quite a few people's reach. For me personally, I won't be investing in Sandbox. This is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, because for me, it's a little bit too much and there are other options available. But what do you think? Okay, so let's also have a look at the Sandbox crypto coin. The local currency is the Sandbox, or Sand. And it's currently valued at $2.11. It's down almost 6%, but that's okay because the whole market is down, so that's normal. Let's have a look at its all-time high. So its all-time high was back 5 months ago in November of 2021, and it was valued at $8.44. So it's 75% down, but that is a very respectable figure. All-time low 2 years ago was only 2 cents. So it has gone up quite a bit, which actually shows how well this game has done and how well Metaverse games have been received. Okay, so we're back on OpenSea to have a look at Decentraland, which is the second Metaverse game that we're going to be comparing. So here we can see that the floor price for land is 1.89 ETH. Now, if we scroll down, you can actually bid on land here as well, but we'll have a look at the buy it now price. Okay, so at the time of recording, 1.89 ETH is currently valued at $5,191, which is again a considerable amount and might be out of most people's reach. I think it's fair to say, in my humble opinion, that Sandbox and Decentraland, that ship has sailed. You need several $1,000s to get involved instead of, when you compare to TCG World, you only need several $100s, and there's a really big difference. So once again, I will not be investing in Decentraland. I think there are some other opportunities available for me in TCG World, not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and what is your opinion? So let's have a look at the local currency, which is Mana. And so Decentraland's cryptocurrency is currently valued at the time of recording $1.47. It's 3% down, which is normal for a bear market, and its all-time high was back in November of 2021, it was $5.90. Now, that is a very good amount of money. I think it's a respectable sum. And I suppose this shows, when we compare, it shows the popularity and how well Metaverse games have done. It also makes me wonder what is possible for TCG World when it's released. Now, all of these prices that we were talking about, 5,000 here, 3,000 there, for land, these prices are not entry prices. This is what has accumulated over the years. Within time, it has risen to this value. So what is possible for TCG World? Okay, so we've spoken about land, comparing the prices of Decentraland, Sandbox versus TCG World, but what about footage? Let's have a look at a graphics gameplay comparison. Okay, so Sandbox up first. Let's compare these graphics. So here we can see that Sandbox have opted for more of a vintage gamer look, a little bit more pixelated. TCG World, the mechanics are much smoother here. The graphics are smoother. It's 4K, as we mentioned before. This actually reminds me a little bit of GTA. And oh, that was a nice little jump right there. Okay, so I personally prefer the TCG World graphics. Even though this is still, as we mentioned, alpha stage development, the graphics will be even more tweaked by the time we actually get to play. But I can see that these games, both of them, will actually appeal to many different gamers. Okay, so here we are having a look at Decentraland, and we were quite lucky. We found some really decent footage of both of these characters actually flying dragons, so we can compare them quite easily. Well, Decentraland graphics remind me of PlayStation 2, personally. TCG World, again, different mechanics, much smoother, 4K graphics, more attention to detail. It really depends on what you're into. Decentraland has been so well received, so it is a popular game. I lean more to TCG World because I like the more detailed graphics. But what do you think? Okay, so something I also wanted to mention is that TCG World stands for Trading Card Game. And if we have a look at the white paper once again, we can also see that they are planning to start a trading card platform. So where physical cards can be traded, such as sports cards, Magic the Gathering, and Pokemon cards. And they will be using smart contracts, which will ensure that the cards are authentic, and also that will be safer for the buyer and for the seller. Now, another thing I wanted to say is that, speaking of Pokemon, has anyone heard the official gameplay trailer for TCG World? Well, if you haven't, go check it out, because the Jason Paige, the singer who sang the original Pokemon theme song called Got to Catch Them All, is actually singing the TCG World gameplay trailer song. So I think that's really cool that Jason Paige and TCG World have collaborated on this project. And the final thing I'd like to talk about is if you go to the official TCG World page and we go to the About Us section, you can meet the team behind this project. You can read about them. Their LinkedIn profiles are here if you want to. I specifically want to talk about Alex Nace, Director of Business Development, because on TCG World's YouTube page, Alex hosts very regular AMA sessions, and these videos are so positive. He goes into detail about all the latest updates. They're always really informative and they're fun, and I really appreciate that. And it seems like they really want to keep the community informed about all the latest happenings, and I really like that. So if you want to subscribe, please feel free to subscribe to TCG World's official YouTube page. The links will be down below in the description, and that concludes it. Okay everyone, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you could find it useful and that you could learn something about TCG World. So if you like this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up. It would really help us out. You can subscribe to our channel. You can even follow me on Twitter. My link is down below, and all the official links that we've spoken about today will of course be linked in the video description down below as well. So in future, I will be making more TCG World content. If you fancy that, please consider coming back for more content. And yeah, we hope to see you next time, but for now it's goodbye, take care from me and Saitama. See you next time, bye.